Everyone, welcome back to Civics Chapter 3, How a State Government Works. In this particular topic, we have already studied related to Legislative Assembly and Legislative Council. Also, we have seen that how the MLAs have been selected and how the Chief Minister becomes and who is responsible for making them the duties to be doing for the state. It is the governor. Now, in this particular topic related to part 2, we are going to see about the working of the MLAs in their constituencies, as well as one of the case study we will be seeing of Himachal Pradesh. Let's view that. This is one of the scenario, the case study of Himachal Pradesh in the assembly election of 2007. Himachal Pradesh had 68 constituencies in the assembly elections of 2007. Let's see the results. Now, Indian National Congress, he won from that means the political party won from 23 areas, means 23 constituency areas. Then Bharatiya Janata Party won from 42 areas. Other political parties won from FUN and independents won from 2 areas. So overall, Himachal Pradesh was having 68 constituencies during the time period of 2007. Now here we have to understand that what actually this is being given to see so. Actually, in the case of this Himachal Pradesh, we need a political party, any of the political party needed to win more than 34 seats. Why 34 seats? Because it is having 68 constituencies, and from among those 68 we need minimum more than half, means half of 68 is 34. So they are saying that more than 34 seats a particular political party should be gaining. Now if we look back, that Bharatiya Janata Party won from 42 areas. Okay, so 42 means more than 34. So obviously Bharatiya Janata Party was the only political party which had won more than 34 seats. It had 42 MLAs elected by the public. Hence, it formed the ruling party. As the Indian National Congress was the next largest party with 23 MLAs. It was the main opposition party. Opposition you have already studied in the previous lecture. Okay, so there were other other parties in the opposition, including those who had been elected as independent candidates. Now, as the Indian National Congress was the next largest party of 23 MLAs, it is in the opposition. Just now I repeated this thing. The MLA of the majority party, the BJP, elected Mr. Prem Kumar Dhumal. Now during this time period, they elected Prem Kumar Dhumal as their leader. From all the 42 particular MLAs, they elected Prem Kumar Dhumal as the leader. Now who will be he? He will be elected as the chief minister from the side of BJP. Understand? So he was appointed chief minister by the governor. He gave a list of those MLAs to the governor whom he wanted to become ministers. Same procedure which we have discussed earlier also, that how the MLAs are elected from a constituency and how from among those MLAs one person is being chosen as the chief minister by the winning party. Okay. Now the governor appointed those MLAs as ministers. Then it is the duty of the chief minister and his ministers to run the state in the most efficient manner. That's what he has been given the responsibility and elected by so many MLAs. And it is the duty of the chief minister that he has to look forward that what he can do for the state. Also, the responsibility of chief minister is that he is answerable to the public. It is his duty to keep people happy and healthy in his state. The chief minister monitors the functioning through various departments like the public works department, health department, agriculture department, education department. So all these things a chief minister is responsible to take over the things. The minister in charge of the department is answerable to the chief minister for all activities related to his department. And these ministers, along with chief minister and the opposition parties, MLAs, all of them sit in legislative assembly. Legislative assembly means the Vidhan Sabha. Every state is having a Vidhan Sabha. Suppose in Madhya Pradesh, the legislative assembly is in Bhopal because Bhopal is the capital. Okay, so all these MLAs along with the CM sits in this Vidhan Sabha and they discuss on different issues of the state. A minister heads a department of government called ministry. For example, education minister looks after education department. The health minister looks after hospitals and health of the people. Sometimes none of the political parties is able to win the majority of seats. It's just a coincidence that if the political party wins, it's a majority. If loses, it's opposition. But what happens when none of the political party wins with the majority of seats? In such a case, it obtains support of one or more than one party. Party means political party. They combine to form the majority in the house. A government thus formed is called a coalition government. What it is known as? Coalition government. COALITION means a government where the different political parties are involving and they're working with the shaking hand, and this is how the collaborated work of the ministers, they make the particular ruling party. That is known as the coalition government. The head of the state, as I told you earlier also, the head of the state is the governor. He or she is appointed by the central government to ensure that state government works according to the constitution. Now let's see powers and functions of legislative assembly. Powers and functions means in Delhi we are having the Lok Sabha. Okay, so what Lok Sabha is having the powers, same vice versa we are having the powers of legislative assembly, means the Vidhan Sabha. Okay, it acts as the highest law-making organ of the state. Here we will mention state. A proposal to pass a law or to amend an existing one is called a bill. Bill here means related to the budget. These proposals are debated or discussed among the members of the assembly before voting. Before voting means a proposal is being shown by the ruling party MLAs that this is the budget of this particular session, and it is being presented before the all other MLAs of the state, and after seeing that only everybody discuss on it. Once the bill is approved with majority vote, it is sent to the other house. Here other house means the legislative council. Legislative council means the Vidhan Parishad, where it goes through same procedure. Thereafter, the bill goes to the governor, means when the legislative council and legislative assembly are agreeing on a particular bill that is being supposed to present it before the governor for his approval. Approval why? Because he is the head of the state, and unless he is not going to put a seal and signature with his approval, it won't become a law. So once when governor accepts it, that particular bill becomes a law. The budget and all money bills can be introduced in legislative assembly, means the Vidhan Sabha, while other bills may be introduced in legislative council. Now in this particular picture you can see that a man is standing, that means an MLA is standing, and he is reading some of the proposal related to the bill. Others are also having the same copy on their table, and whatever he is speaking, so others are seeing it on their table. If they agree, they accept it and give the vote. If they don't agree or they are having any views to be different, they oppose it. They do the debate on that particular thing. So this is how the working in the legislature goes on. Now, the governor summons the assembly and addresses its first meeting every year. Addresses means whenever a session begins, it is the first person of the state, that means the governor, who starts the assembly. And during a session, MLA discuss various issues and problems of the state. An MLA raises concerns about his own constituency. Constituency means the place area from where he has won from among the different other political parties. No bill can become an act or a law without governor's signature. Let us visualize a session in the Legislative Assembly. There are 6 MLAs. Like in your textbook, it has been mentioned very nicely. There are 6 MLAs who are taking active part in the discussion related towards the legislative assembly area. Okay, the others are just listener to the whole conversation. What we have seen in the picture previously, this is what we are going to see, the discussion. Now, MLA 1, what he discusses? He discusses on the issue of death in his constituencies. Means there was a problem related towards the diarrhea, and that MLA says that he draws the attention of the minister in charge of health as to what is being done to control the situation. So this MLA 1 is asking to the health minister of the particular state. Now MLA 2, next means the next MLA, he asks the health minister that why the situation in government hospitals is so bad. Why is the government not appointing medical staff? So all these questions he is asking to the health minister. Means whatever the MLA 1 has spoken, this is being added up by MLA 2 also. Now, what does MLA 3 speaks? He discussed on issue of shortage of water supply in his constituency. Means he is having another problem where from where he has won. MLA 1 and 2 discuss related to the health issues from health minister, and MLA 3 discuss on the shortage of water supply in his area. So related to these, they are just putting up their questions on the ruling party ministers. Now MLA 4th, he favors the work of government in supply of water and facility of doctors in affected areas. So we can see that what first, second, third MLA spoke against the ruling party, this was one of the MLA who was belonging towards the ruling party, and that's why he was favoring means he was taking the favor of the government, that whatever the ruling working party is doing, it is all okay. They are providing water supply on time, as well as the areas which are affected with the diarrhea, there also the proper supply of ORS packets, and the team of doctors has been sent. A mobile clinic has also been pressed into service. So all these things he speaks in favor of the health minister. Now nextly, MLA 5th, what does he say? So he speaks in opposition of government works. So this MLA is similar to first, second and third MLA, that he speaks in opposition of the government works. Here the importance of opposition party lies. Opposition means whatever the ruling party is working, it's a check on the ruling party by the opposition party. Okay, so this is how opposition's importance lies over here. Now MLA 6, he discusses and favors the work of the present ruling party. So this is how the debate, discussion goes on whenever a state is having an meeting related towards the assemblies. Now related to this, another important topic is concerning with the media. The media plays a vital role in making or breaking the image of a ruling party. Making or breaking in the sense that media means the press, or you can say the TV reporters, the newspaper reporters, all these people can make also, can break also the image of any of the ruling party. But for that also different criterias are there. Now the media are very strong and can influence the people of a state one way or the other. Now, what happened over here when the heated debate in the assembly with the health minister? It all went in the assembly related to Vidhan Sabha. The health minister calls a press conference. Means when the all the ministers are having their debate related to bill or related to issues of the constituencies, the health minister called a press conference, and large numbers of reporters and editors from newspapers and television channels were present. The minister explained the reason for the outbreak of the disease and steps being taken by the government. He also explained the measures being taken to augment the water supply. So, this is how the media is being told about the report which happened inside the assembly area, because no other person except the ministers, the MLAs, apart from them, no other person is being allowed to enter and see the conferences being going on in the Vidhan Sabha. Okay, so that's why whenever the meeting or discussion is being done inside, whatever is being discussed, it is being told outside when they come. So there you must have seen in the news channels that reporters are standing outside with their mics and asking that what happened, and so ministers speak on different topics what has been discussed inside. So this is related towards the channels which report the press conference, and public later on comes to know about the different issues being discussed in that area. So this is how this completes the chapter. We discussed about the MLAs. We discussed also about the importance of the chief minister and the governor, their duties, as well as we have seen in the previous particular topic also the legislative assembly and legislative council, unicameral and bicameral. So go through the chapter nicely, and if any query is there you can ask. So God bless you all. Thank you.